The Mental Mask, Chapter 28. I'm not over it yet. The next day, Estella awoke to the strong smell of egg and bacon. She sat up looking next to her to see a sight she had never seen before. Her clock didn't read 7 like usual. It read 7:45 somehow. She had overslept, which she had never done before and couldn't really explain why. She sat up a little more, stretching and pushing the blanket off her. She wished she could rub her eyes, however, she didn't really have access to her eyes in that moment. She looked forward, seeing Powder coming from the kitchen, yawning and holding 2 plates, still wearing her nightwear. Powder saw she was awake.
Oh, morning, Estella. I thought I would have to wake you up, and knowing what you're like, you would probably break my neck while still being asleep. Correct. I wish I had the powers of a dolphin. However, my evolutionary level hasn't grown to that point. What do you mean?
Dolphins sleep with one eye open so they can see danger. Also, having the powers of echolocation would be useful. However, I don't see why people think dolphins are so wonderful. They are really not.
Why?
Dolphins like to beat up pufferfish because it makes them high. They can also be quite dangerous if annoyed too much, and they are sex-crazy, insane creatures.
What are you talking about?
Female dolphins, when they need to have a baby, purposely sleep with all the male dolphins, so they don't know whose kid it is when it's born.
Why?
Because a male will kill the child, so the mother will have sex with him to make another one, and they are less likely to do that if they don't know whose child is whose.
Powder thought for a second.
How do dolphins and whales have sex when they're underwater? They drown.
What do I look like, a biologist? I don't fucking know. Oh my god, I found something Estella doesn't know. Shut up, I can't know everything. I only fill my brain with things I need to know.
And you need to know that dolphins use pufferfish to get high.
Shut up!
Just admit it. Say I don't know.
Why?
Is it really that difficult for you?
Estella didn't reply, which Powder accepted, not wanting to get under her skin too much so early in the morning. Estella picked up her alarm clock, shaking it a little. Powder frowned.
What are you doing?
My clock says it's 7:46, and that can't be right.
Why not?
My body always wakes up at the same time every day, but today I didn't. But why? It must be the clock.
She shook it some more, hearing the cogs inside rattle around. Powder went over to her own bedside, looking at her clock.
No, it's correct.
Impossible. This has never happened before. I usually wake up at the same time every day without question.
Maybe your alarm didn't go off.
I don't have one. I've never needed one. My body just always works well.
Well, video games will do that to you.
They better bloody not. Why would you get me addicted to something which would affect my body in this such way?
Powder smiled.
Honestly, you always have an addiction, which is capable of changing your body. What are you talking about? You smoke tobacco from a pipe. It's addictive.
Estella paused for a second.
Fine, whatever. You may have a point.
They went outside eating and watching the sunrise.
God's finest creation, if you believe in that,
said Estella as the light hit her eyes.
You know I stayed awake for most of the night trying to think of who the murderer could be.
You have nothing to go on, Estella. It could be literally anyone.
I know. That's the problem. The killer was exceptionally good.
Exactly. They left no evidence behind.
They may have left some, but we'll need to find it.
But we don't know how to do that?
Estella paused, then said,
I've got a few ideas.
Like what?
Well, they're too complicated to explain.
Don't be like that. Don't try to shut me out. What are your ideas?
Shut you out? What the hell are you talking about?
You're trying to make me drop the subject. However, I am not going to do that. So tell me, because I will not drop this. I can promise you that, Estella.
Estella thought for a moment, then leaned in.
Promise you won't judge.
Promise?
Promise you won't go running and blabbing to the police.
A little bit of a more difficult promise to make, but sure.
Fill me with confidence, why don't you?
Estella sighed. She then reached into her pocket, pulling out a key. Powder frowned.
What's that?
It's a key to his hotel room.
You stole it off his body.
Estella shook her head.
That's one interpretation of events. I didn't steal anything. No, I took it off his body. I didn't steal anything. Yet. He had evidence of who the killer is, and we need to find it. There is a good chance it's in the hotel room.
So you're going to break into his hotel room for this evidence?
I have the key! How is it breaking in if I have the key?
The police should know about it.
However, they don't, and they won't until we've got more information for them and show them we can do it.
Powder shook her head.
I think this is a really bad idea, Estella.
You think everything is a bad idea.
Because all of your ideas are bad ideas.
Funny, the court said the same thing.
Jesus, Estella.
They went inside the room getting dressed, then left going to class, which they arrived for just in time. They sat down and started doing their maths work, which were percentages which Estella was already familiar in. She thought percentages were easy, and everyone who didn't were idiots. As they worked, Estella whispered,
I need to go back to that house to get some evidence together. And if we get evidence from the hotel, we might be able to put this guy away.
No, the police need to do that. You should hand that key in to them. Plus, even if you tried, you would be arrested. The police are going to be watching that house for if the killer comes back.
If I give the key back, we won't have a single chance to get anything together. And no, once they've got the evidence, they'll leave it.
You are not going back to that house.
Of course not. We're going back to that house.
No, you're not dragging me to a place where we'll both get arrested.
We won't get arrested, idiot. If we go back to the house, it won't be illegal. It would just be us going to a house.
It would be us going to a crime scene. And they already think we're suspects. Don't you think that would make it even worse?
No, we're not suspects.
We will be if we go back.
Yeah, because if there is one thing serial killers do, it's go back to where the police have been. That makes perfect sense.
Powder nodded.
Just, please don't do anything to get us killed. We're not going to get ourselves killed, Jesus Christ.
Estella then noticed Powder struggling to do her work.
Why are you struggling?
I don't get this at all.
It's surprisingly simple. Take 200, for example. You're trying to work out 30%. How do you do that?
I genuinely have no idea.
You work out what 10% is.
How do I do that?
Do you know how to divide?
Yes.
Well, it'll be easy for you. What's 200 divided by 10?
Powder thought for a second.
20.
Exactly that is 10% of 200. And we know that because if you multiply it by 10, we get 200. So what do you think we do next?
Well, we worked out 10%. We're trying to get to 30, so we just times it by 3, which is 60.
Exactly. Just keep doing that and you'll be able to do it.
Powder did that and smiled when she finished.
Thanks, Estella. Whatever. I guess I always have to be there when you're a moron.
Ava then arrived.
Come on, Estella. It's time for therapy.
Estella nodded, looking a little annoyed.
Soon, you'll see that we need to do this, Powder. This is our case, and we need to work on it.
She left the room, going to Ava's office, sitting down. Ava sat down, still looking a little shocked.
Now, yesterday was a little dramatic.
Wrong. It was interesting. And the fact that the police won't let me help them is shocking to me. I am a basic expert, and they won't use my services.
Because you're not an expert. You're just a young girl who found a dead body.
I don't believe my age has anything to do with my experience. I knew more about bodies and crime than the police who were there.
I believe that you think you can investigate this, but you shouldn't. You had your fun, but now it's over. If I were you, I would really stay out the police's way.
You're not me. You wouldn't be able to keep up.
Yes, you've made that very clear.
Ava decided to change the subject.
Can we talk about your mask and the fact my theory was correct?
What theory?
Your mask voice wasn't a real voice.
Yes, this is my attempt at a real voice. Putting on my other voice was effort, and I can't be bothered anymore. It's as simple as that.
Very well. Did you write up a list of why you wear the mask? I understand why you hadn't done it the other session because of the incident.
Estella knew she was going to ask eventually, so she had been carrying it around. She removed it from her pocket, placing it on the table. Ava moved it towards her and started reading it, placed on reading glasses.
So you got rid of your emotions, and you don't want to see the face that made the decision. The mask also helps you to hide the emotions from other people that may slip out.
Any form of weakness must be removed.
But at what cost?
Exactly. I am the cost. That is what I have become. And I hate that fact, and yet I'm trapped by it, so I live with the consequences.
Why is that?
Because to get rid of my emotions, I had to realize that I had demons, and to get past them, I had to become them. So I am my demons, and I always will be.
You don't have to be.
I made that decision, and I didn't make it for no reason.
What was the reason?
Never mind the reason.
She looked more through the list.
This is interesting. Your emotions were removed, and you didn't want to see the face of the person who made that decision. Why do you feel like that?
I don't know. Some version of me that is now dead made the decision to get rid of the weaknesses.
Why can't you go back?
Because, like I said, that version of me is dead, and she isn't going to come back to life like some stupid version of Jesus.
He died physically, you died mentally, and maybe you'll see different one day. Negative.
Ava placed the list down.
Thank you for writing that list, Estella. We've got to the why you wear the mask, however, I need to know what happened to make you start wearing it.
No, you don't. And you won't.
I cannot help you if you don't help me.
Then that's your problem.
It's clearly still affecting you, and until you open up, I can't help. There's nothing I can do.
Estella thought for a second, then said,
Wait until tomorrow.
Why?
I'm not ready yet.
Totally fair. Think about it and tell me tomorrow.
Estella nodded, hoping that Ava would forget however she had written it down. Ava again decided to change the subject.
How about we discuss your love life?
Love life? What love life? I don't have a love life.
Well, I have heard that you have been talking to a boy. Jeff, I believe he is called.
Estella shuffled in annoyance.
Why does everyone insist that I must be with someone? Why can't I just be a lone wolf walking through the forest? Why am I so destined to have someone? I don't want anyone. I don't need anyone. And I can't give what people want.
How do you mean?
The only reason there is love is to perform procreation, to create a child, or to have fun, and neither of which I will be having.
You don't have to end up with anyone. I just think it would be good to have someone, and maybe it would make a difference. You know, a relationship doesn't have to involve sex at all. You can have a relationship for someone to be there for you.
I don't need anyone to be there for me. I am all I need.
If Jeff were to ask you on a date, what would you do?
I would rather die on the toilet like Elvis than go on a date with Jeff.
Well, that's how you feel. But I think it would be good to explore.
I don't think that's terribly likely to ever happen.
Ava sat forward slightly.
Even if it isn't Jeff. Maybe one day you will want to be with someone. And maybe then you'll want to have children.
No, I will never have children.
You may think that now, but maybe one day you will want to.
It doesn't matter what I want.
Of course it matters what you want. If you don't want children,
I can't! Physically, I can't! Even if I wanted to, I just can't!
Ava paused, then asked,
If you don't mind me asking, why? You don't have to tell me, but maybe it would help me.
Estella paused, then replied,
I don't know why, but I was 15, maybe 14. I don't know why, but my periods just stopped. I haven't had one in years, and I don't know why. Everything is working down there, as far as I know, but I'm just not producing anything. So I can't... I'm
I'm sorry, Estella. I'm not. I don't want kids. I have more important things to do. Do you want me to investigate into why you might not be getting periods? It might be a medical condition. I don't care why, they are the facts, and I don't want kids anyway. Fair enough. Whatever this condition is might be affecting your emotions and your mood. It could help me. If it is affecting my emotions, then good. I have a biological reason for being this. Maybe.
Their time then ended. Estella left the room as Powder entered, sitting down.
I need to talk about Estella.
She looked very worried, shocking Ava because usually she spoke first. She decided to press Powder on the issue.
Why do we need to talk about Estella? What's she done?
It's not what she's done. It's what she's going to do. What she's planning to do. She is scaring me.
Why? What is she going to do?
She wants to investigate into the murder of this man. She wants to go to the house, and she wants to go to his hotel room. I tried telling her to leave it to the police. However, she won't listen. Well, she is listening, but she is stubborn. And I'm scared that if she tried to investigate this, which she will, she'll get herself killed. Or she'll get herself arrested. Nothing good will come of this.
Ava nodded.
I know you're scared, but I think we can try to distract her.
I tried to do that yesterday, but it didn't work.
What did you try?
Video games. And she tried to distract herself beforehand.
How did she try beforehand?
She tried to go to sleep. And she actually accepted that she had a problem and was going to try and take her mind off it with sleep, which took about 15-20 minutes. Then she came and sat next to me and played.
Ava wrote that down.
It's good she's trying to distract herself and acknowledges that she has a problem, because that is the first step to her hopefully stopping the investigation. However, I am guessing it didn't work.
No, it didn't. She woke up this morning and said we needed to go to the house, and she wants to go to this hotel room to get evidence together. But I don't think it's a good idea at all.
Yeah, her going to the house will only make her want to do more investigating.
That's my thought.
Powder paused for a second.
You know, when she plays games, she becomes a completely different person to the Estella you've seen, or anyone has seen. I don't think you'll ever meet that Estella. But she can have fun and have actual emotion by complete accident, without thinking.
How do you mean?
Every time we have played a game, she laughs. Well, not laugh, but pretty close. She jokes. I can kind of tell she is smiling when we play. And she sounds different. Usually she talks like a robot, but when she plays, she has emotion. Usually she doesn't move at all while sitting or standing. When she walks, she doesn't move her body, just her legs. But when she plays games, she moves like a human. She even sits differently.
Ava laughed.
You have to remember, she is a human. No matter how much she tries to fight it, she is a human.
Powder nodded.
I know. It's just, sometimes I believe that she is a robot. And the reason she wears the mask is because her creator couldn't accurately create a human face.
Ava laughed.
Don't tell Estella that. She'll go insane.
She already believes she's insane, but I don't want to make her worse.
Of course not.
Ava then had an idea.
Her playing games, playing the cello and smoking aren't going to take her mind off it fully. I think I know what might. She needs to distract herself with Jeff.
Jeff? I don't really think that'll work, but we can try. She is very unpredictable, which gets very annoying.
Ava nodded.
I know, which is why she is so hard to deal with. She is entirely unpredictable in every way. We will need to watch her to make sure she doesn't get herself stuck in places she shouldn't be in. Because I think you're right. If she tries to do this, she will get herself killed. And if she doesn't, she will get arrested. Now, you need to distract her from the case as much as possible, just until the police have solved it.
I think that'll make her worse. If she doesn't solve this, she'll get angry. And then I don't know what she'll do. But I'll do what I can. Anything to save her.
She stood up and left, going to find where Estella had gone for the break, knowing exactly where she would be. End of chapter 28.
Face stain in the ceiling. Why does it keep saying